In this video, we're going to show 4 tools for checking color contrast. First, we'll look at WebAIM's Color Contrast Checker website. This is good to use if you know your color's hex codes. On this website, there are 2 text entry fields, one for the foreground color and one for the background color. We're going to change the foreground color to a green color, a light green color, and we're going to leave the background color as white. This is going to yield a contrast ratio of 3.84 to 1. And if we scroll down, it's going to tell us if it passes or fails for each WCAG level for either normal text or regular text and large text. So this color combination passes at AA large text, but we need it to also pass at normal text. So what we can do is underneath each of those foreground and background color text box entries, there is a slider for changing the lightness. If I click on the green slider for lightness and I move it over to the left a little bit to make it darker, I can move it over just until it comes and passes at WCAG AA normal text. And so now I have a new color contrast ratio of 4.75 to 1, which meets that 4.5 to 1. And I have the new hexadecimal color code that I want to use. The next tool we're going to show is a tool from Pasilo Group, the Color Contrast Analyzer. This is a program that you can download to your computers for Windows or Mac, and you can use an eyedropper tool to spot check. I now have a demo website on the left and my Color Contrast Analyzer program on the right. And there are 2 text box entries, one for foreground color and one for background color. And within each of those, I can adjust the hex codes if I know those, or I can click on the eyedropper tool next to each one and pick a color anywhere on my computer screen. So I'm going to click on a green color from my demo website, and if I look under the heading for WCAG 2.1 results, I can see the regular text and the large text is both failing at the AA level because this is yielding only a contrast ratio of 2 to 1. So just like we did on the WebAIM website, if we click on the slider icon, we can adjust this color. To get to the lightness slider, you're going to click the HSL box, and then you can adjust the lightness slider by clicking and dragging it to the left until you see it change to a green check for passing at regular text or large text depending on what size you're working with. The next tool we're going to show is SiteImprove Browser Extension. This is an extension that you can download for your browser, and it gives you a handy icon on your menu bar. And when you go to the website that you want to check, you just click that icon to start running SiteImprove. It actually checks your website for many different accessibility features. One of those is the contrast. So on the left-hand side where this accessibility checker has popped up, if I look under the distinguishable category and click on the contrast minimum results, if I click on color contrast is insufficient, it's going to give me a description of what the standard is, and then it's also going to tell me all the different occurrences on this page with the different color boxes that represent the 2 colors, as well as the color contrast ratio. So I can see all of my gray text, that's the gray on the white background, does not meet, as well as the green heading. So if I click on the green heading, it is going to take me and flash around the area where the color contrast issue is. The 4th tool that we're going to share is another tool brought to you by WebAIM. This one is a website called WAVE, the Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool. On this website, there is a text field entry for a web page address. So you can type in your address that you want to check and click enter. This one, just like the SiteImprove browser extension, is going to give you more accessibility checks than just color contrast. In this example, there are 3 contrast errors. And if I look under Summary, there's many tabs I can click on. One of those tabs is Contrast. If I click on Contrast, it's going to give me some more information about the errors that it found. And you'll notice that the information here looks just like the information on WebAIM's color contrast website.